Ready, and action!
Action. It ranks second only to money as the single most important word in Hollywood. And here in LA, where life and art are often the same thing, there's a real-life drama that rivals any action movie with a plot that includes all the elements of classic film noir. A mystery featuring an assassin, a femme fatale, a Hollywood star, and a stuntman who takes the fall. And as for the money, we'll get to that. Let's start with the biggest name on the marquee, Joe Pesci, famous for his roles as a cold-blooded killer. This drama would co-star Pesci's ex-wife, Claudia Harrow, a model and actress who appeared along with Pesci in the gangster film Casino. The supporting cast includes Claudia's brother, Manny Harrow, not an actor but an actual tough guy who did time in prison, and who harbors a terrible secret in his past. And finally, Claudia's second husband, Garrett Warren, a Hollywood stuntman and martial arts expert, a man very familiar with danger. Fade in. Early evening in the quiet town of Westlake Village, California, outside of LA. Stuntman Garrett Warren heard a knock on his door and a voice on the other side asking about his new silver Volvo parked in the driveway. Garrett answered. Then comes our first plot twist. 3 shots into his body. 1 more into Garrett's right eye. The daredevil's luck had run out.
I called, and his mother answered the phone, screaming, crying, just distraught. Wally, you're not going to believe what happened. What? Garrett's been shot.
Wally Crowder was a fellow stuntman and Garrett's good friend.
Garrett was one of those men that you could count on. You hear in life that you're very lucky if you have 5 friends, or you can count a friend on one hand. Garrett was that friend to me.
Wally's been in the business for more than 30 years.
Garrett Warren was probably the finest fight man you could ask for. I had hired him on several shows, got to know him, watched his expertise, phenomenal athlete, stuntman.
You've probably seen Garrett Warren's work. You just didn't know it. Here he is in Charlie's Angels. But his friend Wally says Garrett's personality was not what you might expect.
Garrett was a very focused individual. People think of stuntmen as, daredevils, crazy people. That's the last person I want on my job. I want the very best at what they do.
But towards the end of 1997, Wally says that focus shifted the minute Garrett Warren met Claudia Harrow.
Beautiful, beautiful woman. We just wanted Garrett to be happy. He had found somebody that he seemed like he genuinely loved and wanted to start a life with.
There was something special about her. I think people who got to know her, she just has a beautiful soul. And I think men were attracted to that as much as to her beauty.
Claudia's good friend Julie Ariskog remembers when Claudia and Garrett first got together.
One day she says to you, I met this guy.
Yes, and she was very excited. I was always a big fan of Garrett's. He was sweet, he was funny, and she just seemed so happy with him. And I should say actually, Joe and I both were very supportive.
By Joe, she is referring to Claudia's ex-husband, a character actor who became a star by playing mafia tough guys, Joe Pesci.
It sounds like her marriage to Joe Pesci didn't end badly.
Not at all, not at all. They're like family. They're very, very close.
Claudia stayed close to Joe Pesci even after she started dating Garrett, who came from a different part of the movie business. Garrett loved action and adventure, but when he met Claudia, he was ready to settle down.
We felt that this would be the gal that Garrett would end up with. No more dating, no more running around. I'm going to end up with Claudia.
Garrett and Claudia were married less than a year after they met.
In the beginning, I think it was a very good relationship.
Oh my gosh.
They soon had a beautiful daughter, Kyla.
Look at that hairdo.
The new couple enjoyed being parents.
I love you guys.
But happy scenes like this one did not last. Claudia and Garrett couldn't make it work.
It was a series of events. It just wasn't the right marriage.
Once the relationship started going south, it went fast. Less than 2 years after their wedding, Claudia and Garrett split up for good.
Divorce is never easy, but in the long run, it was two parents trying to figure out a way to live and both see their children.
Garrett went back to his old life as a stuntman, back to the set and the world of make-believe. So then how did his life go from playing dead to bleeding out on the floor of his home, shot 4 times at close range?
Somebody definitely wanted him hurt or dead at that time.
But who? Detective Mark Gaiman of the LA County Sheriff's Department said investigators looked at every angle. Remembering how the gunman at first asked Garrett about his brand new Volvo, they wondered if this could be road rage, someone Garrett had tangled with on the LA freeways.
Mr. Warren is a stuntman.
Yes.
I'm guessing maybe he doesn't always drive the speed limit or use his blinker when it's time to change lanes.
That could be possible.
Or it could be personal.
Could have been an ex-business partner, or if it was somebody he was dating that was jealous, maybe an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend. There was an array of possibles on who could have done this.
Possibilities that led from the bloody crime scene to the bright lights of the movie business, all the way to the parts of LA that the tourists never see.